Yeah.
I think I just saw Dustin Nguyen.
Who is this?
No, seriously, I think I just saw Dustin Nguyen.
That was a phone call that you made to me, Matt, wasn't it?
It was earlier today,
Yeah.
Rather excitedly, as you could tell. Just before we get into this, I just want to clarify that I do realise the pronunciation is Nguyen, but I'm just going back to the sort of 80s beliefs that we would have had about that name at the time. I know we both thought it was Nguyen.
But for me, the thing about Dustin Nguyen, the American Vietnamese actor from the original 21 Jump Street TV series,
Yeah.
he had such lush hair, didn't he?
Oh, it was luxurious is the word I'd say. And so rebellious.
We've been obsessed with him. I forget why. I don't know why. But I think
Probably
it's to do with
because
the hair.
probably the hair, and as kids around that time when it came out, the last name to us living in what was pretty much predominantly extraordinarily white Australia at the time, it would have just been like, what the fuck is that? Is there a vowel missing there?
Yeah.
NG? That doesn't happen. Nguyen, it's got to be.
But you rang because you were walking around Sydney and you thought you saw him. And we are lovers of all things Asian.
We are.
And we genuinely are. And I mean, the fact that he's Vietnamese and an 80s star that probably didn't go on to much. I don't think he did much else after 21 Jump Street.
Well, look, hey, this is the age of the internet. We could look this up, but like it's a visual medium and probably a bit.
We're a visual show.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Our show? No, I don't watch them.
No.
I'd like to, but if I did, I'd comment on them.
Comment, people.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, even to say, and you'd be well justified with how this show's going so far, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That is ambling, rambling shit.
We crave feedback, but mostly negative feedback. We want to be insulted because we've insulted so many other people along the way.
Oh, that's all I do. Can we get back to talking about Asians?
So
I love
we love
Asians.
them.
Yeah.
And I was saying to you, and I've said this to you before, is it just me or do they literally do everything in Australian society?
Everything.
It feels like they do. Like there was a day not long ago, I called it a luxury day for me.
Every day is a luxury day for you at the moment, but we won't go into the conditions of your personal fiscal existence and employment.
I'm just between jobs.
Yeah, not between jobs. I think the way to say it is considering my options. All right, considering your options.
Yeah, or freelancing.
Nothing fills the hole in the resume like freelancing.
Yeah. But I went out of the house because Chinese cleaners were in the house. $60 the whole house.
Fantastic. I use them myself.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people do. It used to be the domain of the uber rich, but I think now for $60. And then I went to the Chinese bakery.
Good croissants.
No, well, I'm more of a cheese, bacon, and what is it? Cheese, meat, and bacon.
Bacon is meat.
Yeah.
Actually, that's funny. I was in Egypt once, and obviously being in Islamic society, pork products are not kosher.
No, nor is drinking.
If you'll excuse that contradiction. So anyway, I was at this place and they had pizza and they had ham and pineapple pizza on the menu, and I was thinking, I could go ham and pineapple, and then I suddenly thought ham and pineapple, and I had a close look, and next to the ham there was an asterisk, and I looked down the bottom of the page, and it said ham is beef. So you just never know. It could be meat and ham. That's what we're getting at. It could be meat and bacon.
And bacon. On that point, I don't think pineapple or any fruit, any tropical fruit, has any place whatsoever on a pizza.
No, it's not my favourite, but shit.
You eat anything though.
I eat anything, and I was in Egypt, and I was in quite a small town, and I think I was just hoping to go for something that wouldn't make me shit my pants for 4 or 5 days. So.
Did you have any troubles in Egypt?
No troubles in Egypt, but it was during the Arab Spring. No, during the spring. Yeah. So nobody was there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they were all in Tahrir Square.
No, I mean the people were there, but no tourists. It was fucking gold.
So now's the time to go to Iraq.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Syria. Now is the time, tourists. Get out there, see the sights. It's cheap. You'll have all the tour drivers to yourself. It's going to be awesome.
North Korea, particularly, brings us back to our love of Asians.
Full circle.
Yeah. So, Chinese bakery.
Yep.
Chinese cleaners.
Yep.
Got a Chinese massage. As I said, it was a luxury day. And also had my shirts laundered because too lazy to iron.
Okay.
$1.50 a shirt.
Okay.
Good value.
So it had nothing to do with how good the massage was that you had to get your shirts laundered afterwards?
No.
Just want to check?
No. Asians. They are the most useful addition to this country. Would you not agree, Matthew?
Oh, totally. I mean, I'm here to say, I'm here to be honest about me and my people. White Australia are a bunch of lazy slobs.
Lazy.
Lazy. And I'm
Ne'er-do-wells.
sitting opposite a man who hasn't left the house in 6 months.
Could you stop saying that? I'm a freelancer. I keep telling you.
Freelancer, considering your options. Hold
on. You're the guy that works for a department, a guy who's so qualified in another field, but he's too fucking lazy to actually exploit that qualification. So he's working at a low-level administrative position.
I've peaked.
Which is why we get to record these things in your lunch break.
There you go. So people should be grateful. Instead of fucking whinging. Talking about how lazy we are and massages. We're so lazy, we don't even wank ourselves anymore. We pay someone to do it now.
That's right.
That's lazy. That is lazy.
The knock shops in this country, populated by
predominantly
Asian girls. We wouldn't know, but that's what we're
we've
told.
heard.
We've heard.
Yes. Can't even give it a rub yourself. Lazy.
And now we talked about how I had my shirts laundered because I'm too lazy to iron my own clothes.
You fucking are.
And I don't have an iron.
I do it too. I do it too.
You've got one around the corner from you.
And he's
Chinese laundry.
I was going to say he's fantastic, but I think I've discovered a dark side.
Was there an incident?
There was an incident and a dark side. So basically, I put in a whole bunch of shirts, basically work-based attire, because I work sometimes.
Yeah. How's that?
It's not that good.
No.
That's why I'm here. I put these things in. It was sort of just before Christmas or something. And anyway, went to pick them up. I had the ticket, gave the ticket over, waiting patiently for my shirts. And they bring me out some blouse with ruffles. And I said, "These are not my shirts."
What's yours? Mine's Kim. Does yours have a name?
Maybe it's just that I'm too lazy, but I've never asked.
Never asked?
No,
Really?
I'm just not that kind of guy.
No.
I know you are compelled to create personal relationships with people. Even people who are clearly work in service industries and couldn't give a fuck about your friendship. There's like the pizza store.
Or understand me.
Every time you go into, hello Ishmael, yes, can I just have the bacon double, and he's like, what do you want?
No, he remembers me.
What's happening, Ishmael? Making fucking pizzas like the last time you were here.
He gives me a better pizza.
He does not. He does not.
Faster.
You just need love. You crave love.
Don't we all though? Isn't that
Yeah, but I don't.
the human condition?
I find it in people who want to give it to me, not guys who I'm paying, $24 for 2 medium pizzas and a Coke. Anyway, enough about that.
Jesus.
I know.
I need help.
That shit is harsh, yo. So anyway, go in there. These are not my shirts, buddy. These are not my shirts. And he's like, I gotta look out the back. And
that is actually how he talks.
That's how he talks. I got that. So he goes out the back. He looks. He brings me another bunch of shirts. I said, "These are not my shirts, mate. Where are my shirts?"
Expensive shirts, right?
Expensive shirts.
How many shirts we're looking at?
My shirts are bespoke, right? Okay. So anyway,
Crisp.
we've got a problem. I'll find them, he says, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, see that you do. You're lucky I'm on holidays at the moment. My shirts, man. What's going on with the ticketing system? Why have a ticketing system? So anyway, we to and fro. I go back for a couple of weeks and I'm in there and still no shirts. Still no shirts? Oh, no, still no shirts. Okay. So anyway, we get to the point where I crack it and I go in there. I said, let's be honest here. You're not going to find the shirts. So we need to come up with another solution. I need you to give me money in, as compensation for the lost shirts. I'll go buy some more. The wife comes out and says... His wife. What size you? I said, whatever I am.
Because that's how she talks.
Yeah. And I said, and I get medium or something, and she goes, "Oh, I go buy you the shirts, and then everything okay."
So she knows your taste, the colours you like, where you shop at.
And I said, no. I said, we are not. I'm being honest with you here. These shirts cost about $80 to $90 each. There were sort of 12 there, and this will show you my math skills. It's $500, right? Still, the fact that I'm enumerate wasn't good enough. They went $400. I'm like, I'm not here to bargain with you guys. These were my shirts. So anyway, we finally get the 500 out of him, right? That's good. I go away, do my thing. A couple of weeks later, like a relationship where you've had a fight, I think, she wasn't so bad. Let's give it another try. I go back in there,
Still didn't ask the name after all this.
No. God, no.
So you would have got more love though.
Maybe
they wouldn't have lost the shirts.
Maybe they would offer me $450 when they tried to bargain with me for the shirts they lost. Anyway, point is, go back in there, and guess what? Oh, we found the shirts. I'm like...
Because that's how they talk?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, where were they? And they're like, oh, out the back.
Were they really?
At the back of the fucking store.
They didn't look.
They didn't look out the back. I'm like, okay, cool. Hands them over. Thank you. You have to buy them off us. I'm like... Those are my fucking shirts.
They've given you 450, 500?
Yeah.
500?
I eventually got 500, yeah.
And so they wanted to buy them back for the same. Had they remembered what the
No,
amount
look,
was?
I didn't even let them get to the bargaining point because I said, that's still my property.
Buy
You
them
guys
back.
stuffed up. You left them out in the lawn. I don't know where the hell they left them, in the back closet or something. I'm not paying to get my own shirts back. I paid you to launder them. You lost them. Now you want me to pay to get them again.
It's like they're seen in a risky business. Where the pimp asked Tom Cruise to buy back his mother's egg and all the furniture and stuff.
No, it's been ages since I've seen it.
Great film. Did you end up buying your own shirts back?
No.
So you
I have
kept
too
the
much.
money?
I have too much. I kept the money. I'd already bought. Actually, to be honest with you, I got like 13 or 14 shirts for that money. It was sale time.
So you bought...
I'm ahead, baby.
You're ahead.
It's nothing better than having no shirts for 6 weeks and then being asked to buy your own attire back.
But now you have extra shirts. is my
Extra
point.
shirts.
May I have a shirt?
How much?
Next time on the Crap Den.
When did this happen? When did we get organised?
Yeah, well, it turns out that people want to know what's coming up
Do they?
next.
God,
The problem with that is that we don't.
Yeah, we don't. So
But,
just back off, people.
We've written down a few ideas. From your innumeracy to Australia's illiteracy, I go off about the decline of modern journalism. We've got you talking about Star Wars.
And our leaked sex tape.
With the working title Leakage.
One of these statements may not be true, but you'll just have to tune in next time and find out.
It says a lot about our age when we say things like tune in, even though
Tune in,
the
yeah.
entire thing is on the internet.
Yeah. Turn those dials, kids.
Pipe that fit in here now.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
I have to go to work.
All right. Bye.
Pipe that feed in here now.